Greater kudu are the second largest antelope here on the reserve, standing about 55 inches tall. Fun little interesting fact, they can move their ears individually, which is kind of neat to watch.
A video.
These are females, we can tell by the lack of horns. Only the males have horns. Spot a couple of our black rhinoceros also coming up here on the left. One laying down and the one next to it standing.
Right there.
Black rhinos are solitary animals. They tend to come out mostly at night for socializing and mating. Sadly, though, there are less than 5,000 of them left in the wild today due to hunting and poaching. They're hunted for those horns on their head, which are nothing more than keratin. That's the same as our fingernails.
Oh, it's slippery.
Black rhino get to up to 3,000 pounds. They can charge at speeds of 35 miles per hour. They have a hooked upper lip. That's how they grab their food to eat. Another one of those greater kudu right off here on the right of our truck, making their way through the brush there.
Oh, greater kudu.
Also off in the distance on the right, those brown animals with the white stripes right here are the bongo. These bongo are so rarely seen out in the wild, they're sometimes called the ghosts of the forest. They use those long horns to make their way through the brush.
You're my favorite so far.
And off to our left, these black and white birds. If you look closely, they have that yellow marking on their bills that looks kind of like a saddle. That's how they get their name. They're the saddle-billed stork. So storks reach 5 feet in height, have a wingspan of 8 feet, which is the same width as the canopy above our heads. We are now heading down into the Sapi River region. Somebody, I believe, was looking for some hippos. That is where we will find them. Let's see if we can find some hippos out here this afternoon. They're sometimes hard to spot. There is one right there submerged.
Oh, wow.
Hippos tend to stay submerged the majority of the day to keep from overheating. They can walk along the bottom of the riverbed and stay submerged underwater for up to 8 minutes at a time. Hopefully we can spot some more up ahead here.
He's pooping all over the wall over here. Gross. Is that his bathroom?
Oh, yep, there's one right there.
Yeah.
Half in and half out.
Oh, wow. I'm not getting in that water.
One's re-emerging from the water up ahead here. Oh, just went back down. We see a group of hippos together on the wild. We call that a bloat.
Oh, there's a hippo right here. Right here. Right here.
We glance them as we come over the bridge here if you went too far.
Swimming.
Hippos are nocturnal animals. They'll leave the riverbed at night and venture up to 2 miles away from the river in search of food. And from one river dweller to another, we're now coming up on the Nile crocodile.
Oh, look at that. Bunch of crocodiles.
Crocodiles will grow 15 feet in length, weigh up to 500 pounds. They'll use those strong jaws of theirs to capture their prey. Crocodiles can eat half of their body weight in one single meal.
Crocodile.
Sorry, buddy.
On our right, we'll be passing a baobab tree. We'll see a few more of those out on the reserve. These trees do remain leafless for 9 months out of the year. They can also fill the trunks with thousands of gallons of water, also giving them the name the Tree of Life. As we pass that tree, we're now entering the largest part of the reserve. This would be the savanna, the vast grassland home to many animals. Giraffes, zebras, lions, cheetahs, elephants, many, many more. Let's see how many we can find. Keep your eyes open, my friends. You never know where they're going to pop out from. So if you see something that I haven't spotted, just give me a yell.
Oh, I see one.
See a tow truck over there in the distance. That might be what our holdup was.
Yeah.
Daddy, look at anteater hole. Why do you think they flashed it in?
On our left, you will see our African wild dogs.
Wild dog.
There's one walking around, a few under the tree, and there's some more in the den there.
La Bella.
We also call these painted dogs. They are of no relation to the domestic dog. These dogs have those beautiful painted patchwork coats. Each coat is individual to the dog. That's how they tell each other apart out in the wild. They live and work as a pack. That pack is the top hunter here in the savannah. Have an 80% success rate. Off in the distance are some sable antelope. Don't get too close. Those horns are razor sharp. They'll use those to protect themselves from predators. Sable antelope are also the mascot of the Harambe Reserve. On either side of us here, you'll see some termite mounds. These are made of spit, soil, and dung. Out here in the sun and the heat, they get as hard as concrete and then are used by the larger animals as a scratching post. Once they've worn them down, the smaller animals can climb up on them and use them as a perch to look out over the savannah.
Oh, giraffe over there.
See giraffe coming up ahead.
I know you wanted. I know what you're gonna do.
Also, as we come around the corner here, look off to the right. Those tiny little antelope you're seeing, they're brown with white. Those are springbok. They get their name for their ability to leap straight up 6 feet in the air. They are very quick runners. They can run at speeds of about 60 to 70 miles per hour and leap 13 feet.
Wow.
Their speed and agility makes them the mascot of many sports teams in Africa. Have a giraffe just here off on the left-hand side. These giraffe we have on the reserve are Maasai giraffe, named after a tribe in Africa. Giraffe are the tallest animals in the world, standing 18 to 20 feet tall. A newborn giraffe will stand up to 6 feet tall. They need that height to be able to nurse from their mother. Those long necks have the same amount of vertebrae as ours do, 7. Their vertebrae is longer than ours are.
Oh, more giraffe there?
And we have a few more up ahead here. Perfect. Off in the distance there, you'll spot a herd of wildebeest.
Oh, wow.
They have those long faces and the white
Wildebeest?
beards. Locals also refer to them as gnu for the sound they make. That's spelled G-N-U, nu-nu. That sounds what they make when they snort. They migrate across the savannah every year. More than 1 million wildebeest will make that migration.
Killer.
We're going to look at our giraffe and another little springbok up here on the hill. Also have some more giraffe off here on our left as we come around the corner. There's one right here as well. With those long legs, giraffe are able to run at speeds up to 35 miles per hour for up to 10 miles. Any distance